Uh, you didn't put it away, right? All right. I'll grab some. All right. So what's going on, y'all? I'm Frank. Welcome back to the channel. This is Morals Over Money. Um, just got back. I was in Kensington for the day. Um, weather was beautiful. It was so nice. The Med J, Brooke, Patricia, Keystone. What's up? How you doing, brother? How's everybody doing? Bella, Mason, Christine, Lisa. How's everybody doing? Um, hopefully everybody's doing good. Haley, what's up? Don't start your shit, Haley. That's all I gotta say. Hey, Eric, what's up? Um, hopefully everybody's having a good day. Tara, how you doing, Tara? Please hit that like button when you come in the chat, please and thank you. So, um, so I was in um, Real Recovery. What's up, Dan? Tommy D. What's up? Yep, Keystone. Yeah, you know exactly who. Haley. Um, Mike G. What's up? Yvette. Hello, Claire. Claire, you got me feeling special because I know you said it's 1:40 a.m. I'll be asleep by that time. So, yes, I did, Eric. I did. Thankfully, I got the monetization back on the channel, but like it's there, but it's not there because like 80% of the videos that I do, they demonetize anyway. Um, so but I don't do YouTube to for the money. I do it because I enjoy doing it. If I did it for the money, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, it just don't make sense for me. Um, so I was in Kensington today. I was in Philly. I did interviews pretty much for the majority of the day. I got there um, probably. Thank you, Claire. Probably I got there probably about 11 and left about 4. So I did some good interviews. Um, and I was gonna go live, man, but I was a little torn in it. Because after I had did interviews, I passed out some stuff that I had taken in my truck, but I didn't want to just go live and just like show people. I don't know. I've been struggling with that lately. Just like being live and in the car. You know what I mean? I just struggle with it. Yes. So what's up, Melissa Desiree? Um, Stop, Titan. Yeah, I seen Gene. I seen Gene. Um, okay. So I seen Gene. I spoke to him briefly, and so I did some interviews, right? And then I went to go get something to eat, and then as I was leaving and pulling off, somebody that I had just interviewed told him, "Yo, Frank's over there doing interviews." So he started coming over. So I told him, I said, "Yo, I'll be right back." And then it was the time school was letting out. So, what normally is a 10-minute drive took me like 25 because of all the school traffic. And I came back and looked for him and I didn't find him. But he didn't look bad at all. At all. Glenda June, hello. He didn't look bad whatsoever. Not to say that he's not doing bad, or that he's doing good, but from seeing him, he looked good. So I was happy about that. Sosa. Big love to Chicago. I love Chicago. Um, so there was a couple things. I just got back. Probably I just got home probably about an hour ago. Uploaded all the footage to a hard drive that I keep the footage on, um, and then I'll start processing it to put it into videos. So let me tell you about this bullshit that I've been going through with Hello Kim. So I hired an editor, right, to edit videos because after working a 9 or 10 hour day at the shop and coming home to edit videos for 2 or 3 hours and then to put a video out at night, that's a lot for me. It's a whole lot. So I figured, all right, if I could hire somebody to edit for me, right, um, then that would help to alleviate that time crunch, the stress, right? So I initially gave the guy um, a whole day's worth of footage from the last time I was in Philly, which is going horrible, Tara. So I gave him a whole day's worth of interviews, which was probably like 10 to 12 interviews. Uh, what's up? What's up? And he was supposed to have the first one done for me on Friday, last Friday. So I ended up getting the first one on Sunday. He was supposed to have the rest of them done for me Friday that passed. Um, I still have yet to get them. Tapper, what's up? How you doing, brother? I still have yet to get them. So, needless to say, good help is hard to find, and I guess I'll have to continue to edit myself, which I enjoy doing it, but I'm being realistic that that's not my. I'm not very good at it. That's not my strong suit. And I understand that. I understand that if they're stop Rain and Titan, I understand that like I understand my limitations, and I do it because I like it. I like to learn, and I like to create it. You know, but it's the way it is. So you guys are gonna have to deal with my subpar videos, my subpar interview videos, for a little while longer. All right, so bear with me. I enjoy doing them. I learn and I understand. The more I do it, the more I get better. I I understand the learning process, right, and understand that the more we do things, the better we get. And I have good evening, openly avoid it. I work 50 hours a week at a job, at my business, and then I have other stuff going on. So the editing and that's a hobby of mine. It's a passion that I enjoy doing. I know I'm not the best at it, but I enjoy doing it. You know, so y'all gonna have to deal with my subpar videos. So thank you, Haley. That made me feel good. Thank you. Um, and it'll get. Thank you, Night Owl. Thank you. Um, yeah, nah, but I love doing it. I love doing it. Yeah, listen, Kim, I've tried. I've been looking around. I've tried. I've tried. But it'll come in due time. So yeah, um, yeah. So anyway, I got a video. So when I came home, I don't go through. Thank you, Top. I don't go through the comments all that much because a lot of times there's a lot of negativity in the comments. There's people that, there's just a lot of negative. Marlita, what's up? And I hate the negativity. So there's actually a channel that Rachel told me about that the lady, she just, anything that somebody says negative in the comments, she just deletes because she's like, yo, that's not what my channel's about. You know, And I was like, damn, that's a good idea. It's very time consuming though. So the first comment I seen was a gentleman that I interviewed last summer. He, thank you, Chris. He was a guy that was a firefighter, and he went to Ground Zero when 9/11 first happened. So I'm gonna share this comment with you guys because I thought it was so dope, and it made my night. And it's proof that if we want to change bad enough, that we can 100% change. He just went on to, in the comment, he went on to tell me how, yeah, so he went on to tell me how he's doing good. He's sober, got his life together. Um, I'm gonna, I'll read it to you. So there's just, all right, so here we go. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me just adjust this for you guys so I can. All right, so Frank, hi, this is Eldon. I'm not sure if you remember me or not. We met about a year and a few months ago. You interviewed me about my tour of duty at Ground Zero at the World Trade Center. I was looking to say hi and let you know how I was doing. After we did that interview, it really got me thinking. Hello, Jackie. It got me thinking about the person that I was in the past, the person that I was at the time of the interview, and the person I want to be. So a month or so after we did that interview, I decided to face the music and turn myself in on my drug court warrant. I went away and worked hard on myself. I put in a shit ton of hard work, and I've been clean and sober ever since. Think about how dope that is. And he was on the run at the time I interviewed him. I remember that, and that's why I blurred his face. I finally have my family and life back. I have a great relationship with my kids. I have a great job paying me very well, a truck, a house, hopes, dreams, and plans for the future. I owe it all to you. You might not think so, but after that interview, it really got me thinking hard, and I wanted to turn my life around. That night probably wasn't much for you, but it meant everything to me. You're a great man, and I just want you to know that I am grateful for meeting you and that interview. Thank you for unknowingly helping me turn my life around. If you have some spare time, please email me. Um, he gave me his email address, his phone number. I gave him my phone number that day. He said he lost it, he misplaced it. He said, I hope all is well with you, and if there's ever anything that I can do, please pick up the phone and call. Thanks for everything. Hope to hear from you sometime. Have a great day, Eldon. So that made my day. 100% it made my day. Because, today, two of the interviews that I did were people that I interviewed before, you know. Um, and then I see Gene and see he's still out there. And one of the interviews, me and the gentleman were conversing about, how we can change and how it's not easy, but it's possible. Um, and then I get that message from him. That shit made my night. Um, made my night, you know. Hello, Amber. That made my night, and it made me realize. Thank you, Lisa. And it made me realize that, James, what's up? That it's not a waste of time, because at times I feel like that. Even though I know it's not. At times you feel like that when you see the same faces week after week, year after year. You be like, man, you know, is it worth it? And is what am I doing? Like, what's the end goal here? All that type of stuff. But to read that, yeah, exactly, Chris. That made me realize that it is worth it, right? Because he got his life back, and so I have to disagree with him. He might be able to give me a little bit of credit, just a tiny bit, with maybe like helping him to see who he is, or who he was at that moment, but my part was done. You know, he's the one that had to fight. Um, he's the one that had to do all the hard work, heavy lifting. I just basically held up a mirror in front of him. Thank you, D. So I think, you know, he deserves all the hard work. And I'm going to message him tonight when I get off live and touch base with him and hopefully do a update interview because we don't have enough of those stories of people winning, right? We don't have enough of them. We need more of them. So I'm definitely going to hopefully get an update with him. You know, think about his kids got their dads back. Joshua, what's up? Yeah, I know, Kim. I know. Yep. So that's dope. Like, imagine his kids, right? That they got their dad back. Their dad is home at night. Their dad is present. He's sober. He's working. Imagine how dope that is. So I'm super happy for him, for his children, for his family. That's dope. There's no way around it. That's absolutely awesome. So there's a story I want to touch on. So when I left to go to Philly this morning, I seen on the news that there was an accident. What's up, Audie? How you doing, sister? That there was a accident right in front of the football stadium, right? Literally right in front of there. They had Belinda. How you doing? They had like a state trooper car with a sheet over it. So that told me that probably a state trooper passed away, you know, or was hurt at, you know, very bad at least. Thank you, audience, and much love to you also. And then the more I started to do some homework on it, I seen, yep, it was on 95, and two, not one, but two state troopers were killed, and if I'm not mistaken, a civilian also. So I'm gonna play that news article, and we'll both watch it. This specific one I haven't seen yet. So yeah, think about that. That's it. Listen, I don't like to see anybody lose their life, let alone somebody losing their life who's just doing their job, right? Who's just doing their job, whether it's a cop, whether it's somebody who works at a precinct or the police station. I don't know if they were partners. I don't think so because state troopers really don't. So state troopers sort of ride by themselves. They don't ride in two in a car. You know what I mean? I'm gonna and a person seeking help. Yep. So I'm gonna play the video here just for y'all, and we'll hopefully we'll get some some answers, you know, here for ourselves.
That highway in South Philadelphia killed two Pennsylvania state troopers and a man they were trying to help.
Authorities just gave an update on the investigation. Police say troopers Martin Mack and
Thank you,
Brandon
Diane.
Siska were hit by a speeding driver while guiding a pedestrian off the highway early this morning. All three, the two troopers and the civilian,
Wow.
were pronounced dead.
Look at that. Look at that truck. Wow. That's crazy. So the troopers, they were just doing their job. They were helping. Stop. Tighten Raina, go. Go. They were just helping a pedestrian to cross the street. You know, so they were helping somebody else. Exactly, Natalie. Exactly. They were just doing their job, you know, and their job entailed helping somebody else, and they lost their life because of it. So let me just play it again here. So it was two state troopers and a civilian that was killed.
At the scene.
Action News reporter Jacqueline Lee live now at the State Police Troop K barracks in Winfield. And Jacqueline, brutally sad here. These troopers were relatively new to the force.
That's right, Brian and Sarah. Officials say both of those troopers had very bright careers ahead of them. They were only 29 and 33 years old. Now, as for that driver, they say she did pull over after hitting all three people, but she is being investigated for driving under the influence.
Wow. So look at that. 29 and 33. 29 and 33. That's very young for both of them. Very, very young. So they say she's being investigated for, for to see if alcohol or drugs played a part. Hopefully it didn't. Hopefully it was just an accident. You know, exactly, Chris. Exactly. That's so. My big thing is everybody should be equal, right? Um, Unfortunately, that's not the case though. 29 and 33. Titan, stop. Raina, stop. Come on, man, get out of here. They're up to their shit again, y'all. Look at these nasty fucking dogs. Come on, man, get. Go. I'm over here trying to run a live on some sad shit that happened, and Titan thinks it's okay to get him a little sloppy toppy. Um, yeah. Anyway, so we never know when it's our time to go. Think about their families. Imagine what their families are going through. And I always like sympathize and empathize with car accident victims so much because I know what that feels like. Titan, stop. I know what that feels like to have your family member there one day, 1 minute, and the next minute they're gone, right? You don't expect that. When our family members leave the house, when Rachel leaves the house every day, I expect her to come home the same way she left, right? When I leave the house, she expects me to come home. When our children leave the house, we expect them to come home. We don't expect to get a call telling us that they're never coming home. That's the farthest thing from what we expect, right? Um, but that's the reality of it. Um, yeah. So let me finish the story. Just think of that though, 29 and 33, extremely young.
With airbags deployed and an SUV, nothing but mangled metal on the side of I-95. It's clear this crash was nothing short of devastating. Officials say two state troopers were responding to a call about an individual walking on I-95 southbound.
They exited their vehicle and approached the individual as they were attempting to put him into custody and walk him back to the vehicle. A vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed in the left lane, in between the Jersey barrier and the left lane itself, traveled at a high rate of speed and struck all three individuals.
Officials say all three were killed around 12:45 a.m. on I-95 southbound near the stadium complex. That's just north of Broad Street. The first state trooper killed was ID'd as Trooper Brandon T. Siska, who recently graduated from the academy after enlisting in February of last year. Siska was also a fire chief for Trapp Fire Company. The second trooper killed was Martin F. Mack. He enlisted in November 2014 and was assigned to Troop K since graduation.
Troopers Mack and Siska made the ultimate sacrifice this morning while assisting a citizen in need. These troopers personified our department's core values of honor, service, integrity, respect, trust, courage, and duty.
And officials say they are attempting to notify the next of kin for that pedestrian killed, so they are not releasing his name at this time. Again, the driver of that car is being investigated for driving under the influence. We're live in Winfield. Jacqueline Lee, Channel 6 Action News. Sarah.
Jacqueline, thank you. And just before 6 a.m., this solemn scene, a police procession of at least 25 cruisers and motorcycles escorting the troopers' bodies from that crash scene to the medical examiner's office at 15th and Broad.
Wow. Listen, that's what I was thinking, Kim, right? Who walks on there? Because listen, anybody that's been on 95, no, you're zooming. Everybody zooms there. Everybody speeds. That's 85, 90. 75 if you're lucky. Everybody's moving there. Um, yeah. So, man, they had their whole lives ahead of them. They probably both just got, well, they said they both just got on the force. Um, and yeah, 29 and 33. That's young. That's so young. Um, and think about it that I agree with you, Tara, right? That right, turning on the news sucks now. Turning on the news sucks. Um, it and imagine the family of the pedestrian that was killed, right? Um, the pedestrian, like the three of them happened to die in a tragic accident, and that pedestrian, you know, um, he's he's gonna be like overshadowed. So imagine when his family starts, all they're gonna be hearing about is the two police officers, right? And they're gonna be like, damn, what about my family? You know, my father or my mother was lost also. What about my family? Um, that's sad. That's sad. Um, it's sad, man. And hello, Joanna. I just hope that there wasn't drugs didn't play a part. It was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, uh, you know what they say after 12 o'clock, ain't nothing good out. It could be somebody coming for third shift work though. You never know. Uh, Hopefully that's the case, and hopefully, you know, yeah, 100% unfair. Hopefully that's what it was, just an unfair mistake. Oh my God, Seal Sosa. So I'm gonna read this comment. My son had just started his work 7 a.m. on Saturday of September 2020 when someone decided to drive reckless and cause a crash and kill my son. He was 26 years old, my baby. Wow. So, prayers to you for peace, for strength, for healing, energy of healing. I lost my mother the same way I lost my mother. She was killed in a car accident, and that shit hurts. It doesn't. It hurts. It hurts. It doesn't feel good whatsoever. And that was my mom. I can't imagine one of my kids. Listen, if something was to happen to one of my kids, I would lose my mind. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I remember one time my my daughter at our old house, she ran into she hurt her wrist on her bike, and I remember like I was like I didn't think it was hurt bad. I was like, oh, she just banged it up a little bit. And then we went on a bike ride. Kind of find out, long story short, her fucking wrist is broken, right? Her wrist was broken. I remember I was like, oh, come on, let's go on this bike ride, right? After she just crashed and her wrist was broken. And I remember when she went to the hospital, and I found out when Rachel called me and was like, yo, her wrist was broken. I felt like the biggest asshole, because I was like, come on, let's go out on a bike ride. You know what I mean? After like her wrist was broke, and she was young at the time. She might have been like 11, 12 years old. I felt like an ass. I was like, damn, you know, and that was something that wasn't my fault. She just happened to have an accident on her bike, but, it just like when our children get hurt or when they're sick, us as parents, we take that shit a little hard. You know what I mean? I know I do, at least. I know I definitely do. When I see my my kid's hurt or my kid's sick and something that I can't help, that shit bothers me a lot because I like to try to like fix everything, and you know, at least with our kids, we think we could protect them from anything, but in reality, we can't, we really can't. Exactly. So, like I said, man, prayers for you and your family, man. Um, Yeah, and it's sad. Listen, I remember when dealing with loss where you question God and you be like, damn, if there's a God, how could he allow this stuff to happen? Or I know I did. You know what I mean? I questioned that. I was like, damn, how could he allow this stuff to happen? There's a God, and I got stuck with that for years. For years, that was my thoughts where I was very, very, very angry with God. Um, until I realized that, you know, bad stuff happens. We can't avoid it. Horrible things are going to happen to us in life. They're going to happen probably more than once. Some of us, they're going to happen a lot more than others. Some a little less than others. Um, and we just have to understand that I trust, I always say that I trust in God when things are going right. So I have to give him just as much trust, if not more, when things are going wrong. Um, I can't, I can't only, you know, I don't know, Jeff, but I just think that, I can't, I can't only be cheering God on when things are going good, right? I have to have faith when things are going bad also. Um, and that's when it's the hardest to have faith, right? But it's the most important to have faith at that time. Um, that's what I think. Yeah, Diane, you and me both. You and me both. We all do stuff that we have no business doing. Um, but we, yeah, exactly. Nah, I don't think nobody's perfect, man. I don't think nobody, I don't think nobody's perfect, including God. You know what I mean? I just don't. And I'm sure we all have, different definitions of God and different, you know, understandings of him or her, for some. Um, you know. Yeah. Yep. Exactly, Tara. Rachel's doing good. She's laying down with Mercy. Mercy just got out of the shower and she's tripping. She's doing flips on the bed. Uh, she's a handful. Mercy is a handful. Last night she was sleeping so crazy. Saturday she woke me up at 5:12 a.m. She woke me up talking about dad, dad, dad. So I was like, all right, if I ignore her, she's gonna go back to sleep. Um, she didn't go back to sleep. She kept on. She was like playing with my eye. Um, so this skin tag she starts playing with and she'll kiss it. She thinks like it's something bad. Rachel doing flips on the bed? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Um, she'll probably do flips if Mercy goes to sleep. You know. Um, yeah. But so she was like kissing me on my eye, and she just kept on, Dad, Dad. I was like, yo. I looked at the clock, and it was 5:12. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like I still got a good 2 hours of sleep, 2.5 hours, maybe if I push it, And it was Saturday morning, and I was just like, shh. And listen, the next thing I know is she has my phone. Like I went to sleep for a little while, and when I woke up, she was on my phone in the bed, and I was like, damn, did I? I don't let her play with my phone. Like I don't. I just be like, nah, phone is not a toy. But she had my phone unlocked, and I was like, did I unlock it for her? Was I sleeping that good? Did she like put it up to my face to unlock it? Did she been eye hustling my passcode? I was like, how'd she get that open? I agree with you, Audie. Mercy's smart though, so she could very well know my pin code. Just watch me and put that shit in. Yeah, exactly. Latina, what's up? I missed that age, but I don't. I can't wait till she's out of it. But then I'm gonna miss her being a little baby. You know, like I came in the house yesterday. She had two cute little ponytails. Her hair was curly, and she's like, "Dad, Dad." Yeah. So I miss that stuff. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Yes, her name is Mercy Amor Rodriguez. That's my baby girl. Baby do. Yes, they do. Kids definitely tell the truth. Definitely tell the truth, even when we don't want them to. So speaking of kids telling the truth, so there was these kids at the barbershop on Saturday. So I told one of the kids, the kids that come in the barbershop, I always talk with them. I always ask them about their school. I always tell them stay out of trouble. I ask them how they're doing, if they're behaving, if they're playing sports. I'm super in tune with all the kids that come in the shop, right? The boys, the girls, even if they're not getting a haircut, I still talk to them. The little kids, right? So I'm talking to one of the kids, and he was telling me how he's gonna go home. It's Saturday. They're gonna go home and make a fort. And I was like, damn. So I said, look, I'm coming over. How we gonna make this fort? And he starts telling me. He said we make it out of blankets and chairs. I said, all right, bet. Thank you, Indiana mom. So I said, all right, I'm coming over. I said, look, I'm gonna stay over. I said, I'll sleep on the floor. I said, but just give me a pillow, all right? And the little girl, she was older than the little boy. She's like, okay, that's all right. She's like, because my dad sleeps on the couch. He's in trouble anyway. And I was like, oh, shit. And the dad, I just looked over. I was like, sorry. And the dad just got quiet. The mom, she just kindly walked right out of the barbershop. And it was just a little awkward, but funny also. The little girl was like, oh, it's okay. My dad sleeps on the couch anyway because he's in trouble for my mom. I was like, oh, shit. So, that stuff happens a lot in the shop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that stuff happens a whole lot in the shop with kids. What's up, Honda Mommy? It was one of the kids that come into the shop. He was telling me that he was going to go home and build a fort on Saturday. So I said, all right, bet. I said, I'm coming over. And I said, you just got to give me a pillow or something. I'll sleep on the floor. And the little girl was like, all right, that's cool. My dad is in trouble. He's sleeping on the couch. So, yeah. So it was funny. Tommy D, what's up? Toey's treasure. How you doing? Yeah, so kids will tell you that truth, man. Kids will tell you that truth. Oh, I seen that. Mern. I seen that. They found the car was in water, like a little creek or something. I seen that. I'm gonna end up. Maybe I'll cover that tomorrow. Maybe that'll be my topic for tomorrow. I usually like to wait a couple days because they have, more information comes out. But it was a cold case. A guy went to pick up his children from a family member's house and never returned. and then they found a car with a body in it. And good night, Mom. I love you. And it happened to be the man. You know, they found the license plate. It was like a Ford Explorer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's sad. Imagine, your loved one goes missing for 18 years. You don't know what happened to them. 18 years. They just go missing. And then one day you get a call and like, yo, we found them. You know, that'd be horrible. And he was going to pick up his kids, so he had young children. Thank God that happened before the children got in the car, because then it would have been children in the car, with them. When was that? Today, Latina? No. I was talking to my daughter when I said mommy. Um, JT, I need my email is facesofkensington@yahoo.com. Facesofkensington@yahoo.com is my email. All one word, facesofkensington@yahoo. Yeah. So, yeah, I was talking to my daughter when I said mommy. She was going to sleep. They just got done doing their chores, and they're going to sleep for the night, which I am also. Yep, that's so real. Recognizes real. It was the divers like volunteered to them because they sort of knew what was going on. No problem, JT. They sort of knew like where the body was at. They had some ideas. Yeah, I'm not sure, Latina. I'll do some checking though, and if so, I'll make sure that I cover the story this week if I find anything. But you also know that type of stuff doesn't get too much attention. You don't never hear on the news about people overdosing in Kensington, finding dead bodies. You don't hear about that stuff at all whatsoever. It doesn't make the news. That's not important, unfortunately. I don't understand how it's not, but yeah, it's they don't see it as news until it's one of their family members. Then they would see that as as news, right? Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I just wanted to hop on live and share that. No, it wasn't the YouTube divers. No. I just wanted to get on live and share that comment with you about the gentleman that was clean. No, I didn't, Haley. I was explaining how I gave footage to an editor to edit for me, and he never edited it. He just didn't do it. I still have copies of the footage. I didn't give him the only copy, but he just didn't edit it. So, yeah. But I'm about to get out of here. I will be on tomorrow at 9 or 9:30. Everybody said I did lose some weight. 1, 2, 3. I did. I hopped on the scale. I was 129. Excuse me, 229. 129. I look like I'm getting high. I might look dead. 229. I'm usually about 243, 247, right around there. So I'll take it. And the weather getting nice, I'm just going to lose more. So have a great night, y'all. Thank you for taking the time to be here. And remember to be kind, loving, and patient. Thank you guys for sharing your time with me. Thank you. So I'm losing weight with, I guess, CMOS, to be honest with you. That's what I told her, Honda Mommy. I said, I'm losing weight. 229 I am. No, 229. I said, I'm losing weight. I got new teeth, and I shaved my beard. She having an affair. She don't even know it, right? She having an affair, and she don't even know it. She called me Frank. Maybe she dealing with Francisco. You know what I mean? That's who she dealing with at night, Francisco. Yeah. Yeah, so be it, right? I'm cool with that. I ain't got no issue with that. Yeah, much love to London, John Boy, Francisco. I'm not a jealous dude, right? She could fantasize, you know. All right, y'all. That's the same thing like when she dyes her hair, right? She dyes her hair blonde. I have an affair, you know. We get it out the way. All right, y'all. Have a great day, and I'll fill you guys in about the CMOS because a few people has asked about it. So I'll fill you guys in about it, all right? All right. Have a great night, y'all. Remember to be kind, loving, and patient because at some point in our life, somebody was kind, loving, and patient with us. Have a great night, y'all. Stay blessed.